Have you ever wondered why two people can look at the same thing and see it completely differently? This question forms the cornerstone of our exploration today as we delve into the intriguing world of perspectives. You see, perspectives are akin to the lenses through which we perceive and interpret our world. They are the architects of our understanding, coloring our perceptions with hues of personal experiences, cultural background, education, and belief systems. Picture this. Two individuals stand before a painting. One sees a chaotic jumble of colors, while the other discerns a profound commentary on societal norms. Why such disparity, you ask? It's because their perspectives are shaped by unique experiences, personal histories, and cultural contexts. Consider another scenario. Two scientists observe the same phenomenon, yet their interpretations diverge significantly. One might attribute this to the natural order of things, while the other might see it as a manifestation of a divine force. Again, we witness the power of perspectives, sculpted by differing educational backgrounds and belief systems. Our perspectives are akin to an artist's palette, each color representing a different facet of our identity. The strokes we paint on the canvas of our understanding are dictated by these colors. The French philosopher René Descartes once said, "Cogito ergo sum," I think, therefore I am. Our thoughts, our perspectives, are the essence of our existence. They define us, shape us, and mold our reality. But what about objectivity? Is it possible to perceive reality without the tint of personal perspectives? Can we ever step out of our shoes and view the world from an unbiased standpoint? The German philosopher Immanuel Kant argued that our understanding of reality is fundamentally shaped by our cognitive faculties. Our minds are not passive receptacles of information, but active constructors of reality. So, it begs the question, can there truly be an objective reality, or is everything we perceive merely a reflection of our individual perspectives? This is the question we shall continue to explore in our journey through the realm of perspectives. From the dawn of civilization, philosophers have grappled with the concept of perspective and its implications on our understanding of reality. This struggle has led to a multitude of philosophical perspectives on what constitutes reality and how we come to understand it. Let's delve into the minds of some of the most influential philosophers in history and examine how their perspectives on reality have shaped our collective understanding. Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher, proposed the theory of forms. He suggested that the physical world as we perceive it is not the real world, but rather a world of shadows, a mere reflection of the perfect ideal forms that exist in a higher plane of reality. In his famous allegory of the cave, he illustrates this concept with prisoners mistaking shadows for reality. Now let's compare this with Immanuel Kant's perspective. Unlike Plato, Kant did not believe in a higher plane of reality. He argued that our understanding of reality is shaped by our senses and our mind's innate structures. He proposed that our minds impose order on the world to make sense of it, and that we can never truly know the world as it is, only as it appears to us. A stark contrast to both Plato and Kant's views is presented by Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche rejected the idea of an objective reality, proposing instead that there is no fact of the matter, only interpretations. He famously said, "There are no facts, only interpretations." According to Nietzsche, our perspectives are influenced by our instincts and desires, and thus reality is a construct of our minds, shaped by our will to power. As we compare these philosophical perspectives, we can see points of intersection and divergence. Plato and Kant, for example, agree that there is a divide between our perception and reality, but they disagree on what constitutes this reality. Plato posits an ideal world of forms, while Kant suggests that reality is unknowable. Nietzsche, on the other hand, dismisses the notion of an objective reality altogether, asserting that reality is a construct of our interpretations. These perspectives are not mere historical curiosities. They continue to resonate in contemporary philosophical debates, shaping our understanding of concepts like truth, knowledge, and reality. While these perspectives differ greatly, they all highlight one fundamental truth. Our understanding of reality is shaped by our perspectives. Each philosopher, armed with their unique perspectives, has contributed to a rich tapestry of philosophical thought that continues to influence us today. But perspectives aren't just confined to the realm of philosophy. They permeate all aspects of our lives, including religion, pseudosciences, and political ideologies. Let's start with religion. We can see this as a tapestry of perspectives, each thread representing different beliefs, rituals, and interpretations. From the monotheistic faiths like Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, to the polytheistic or non-theistic traditions such as Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism, each provides a unique lens through which individuals view and make sense of the world. These varied perspectives can sometimes lead to conflict and misunderstanding, but they also contribute to the rich diversity of human experience and thought. Next, we come to pseudosciences. While these fields may not meet the rigorous standards of empirical science, they reflect perspectives that value personal experience or anecdotal evidence over statistical data or controlled experiments. Take astrology, for instance. Through its lens, the movement and position of celestial bodies influence human behavior and personality traits. People who subscribe to this perspective find meaning and guidance in their horoscopes, even though it contradicts the empirical perspective of mainstream science. And isn't it fascinating how two completely different perspectives can coexist? Lastly, let's tackle political ideologies. From liberalism to conservatism, socialism to libertarianism, each represents a distinct perspective on how society should be structured and governed. These ideologies are shaped by our values, experiences, and the historical and cultural context we live in. For example, a person who values individual freedom and limited government interference might lean towards libertarianism, while someone who believes in economic equality and social justice may align with socialism. These contrasting perspectives can result in heated debates and political conflicts, but they also drive societal progress as they challenge us to consider different viewpoints and solutions. It's important to remember that our perspectives are not fixed. They evolve as we gather new information, encounter different people, and have new experiences. This is evident in the shifting religious beliefs, the ebb and flow of pseudosciences, and the ever-changing political landscape. Moreover, our perspectives do not exist in isolation. They are interconnected, influencing and being influenced by each other. One's religious beliefs can shape their political ideologies, just as one's interest in pseudosciences can impact their worldview. This intricate web of perspectives forms the basis of our understanding, interpretation, and interaction with the world. So, what does this all mean? It means that our perspectives are powerful. They shape our reality and influence our actions. They can lead to conflict, yes, but they can also foster understanding, empathy, and growth. They can challenge the status quo and propel us towards progress. They can make the world a more diverse, interesting, and vibrant place to live in. In essence, our perspectives shape not just our individual realities, but also the world we collectively inhabit. So, where does this leave us? What role do our perspectives play in our everyday lives? Take a moment to consider this. Our perspectives are not merely passive observers. They actively shape our interactions and engagements with the world. They are the architects of our reality, the writers of our narratives. But what happens when we start to question these architects, these writers? We begin to foster empathy. Understanding and acknowledging different perspectives allows us to step into another person's shoes, to see the world through their eyes. It gives us a glimpse into their experiences, their fears, their hopes, and their dreams. This ability to empathize is what connects us as humans. It encourages us to extend our hand in understanding, rather than raise our fists in anger. Moreover, acknowledging different perspectives promotes open-mindedness. It teaches us that our way of seeing the world is not the only way, it's just one of many. This realization, though simple, is profoundly liberating. It frees us from the shackles of our own prejudices and biases, allowing us to engage with the world in a more open and accepting manner. Most importantly, understanding different perspectives facilitates constructive dialogue. It allows us to build bridges where there were once walls, to find common ground in a field of differences. It encourages us to listen, not just to respond, but to understand. This kind of dialogue is not just about winning arguments, it's about learning, growing, and evolving together. But remember, understanding different perspectives is not a passive process. It requires us to question our own perspectives, to be open to change. It demands courage, humility, and a willingness to step outside of our comfort zones. In the end, our perspectives are not just lenses through which we view the world, but tools we can use to reshape it. By embracing different perspectives, we can create a world that is more empathetic, more open-minded, and more understanding. A world that is not just seen, but truly understood. As we draw this discussion to a close, it becomes clear that perspectives, while deeply personal, have far-reaching effects. They shape our comprehension of reality and mold our philosophical thought, while also influencing the societal structures we live in. Our exploration began with the understanding that the eyes are not just physical organs, but metaphors for perception. They allow us to view the world in a myriad of ways, each as unique as the individual who beholds it. We learned that our perspectives are not simply reflections of the world, but are shaped by our experiences, beliefs, and values. We then ventured into a comparative study, examining how perspectives can differ dramatically across cultures, times, and contexts. We explored the views of famous philosophers such as Descartes and Nietzsche, who challenged us to question our own perspectives and consider the validity of others. Our journey continued into the realm of religion, pseudosciences, and political ideology. We discovered that perspectives are not confined to the individual, but can shape entire societies. They can inspire unity or sow discord, foster progress, or perpetuate stagnation. Next, we considered perspectives as a tool for empathy and understanding. By appreciating that everyone has their unique viewpoint, we can foster dialogue, empathy, and mutual respect. We can bridge gaps, resolve conflicts, and promote harmony. Through this exploration, we've seen the profound influence of perspectives. They shape our reality, guide our actions, and define our societies. They are not static, but ever-evolving, influenced by our experiences and our interactions with others. So as we conclude, let's remember that the power of perspectives lies not in asserting our viewpoint as the absolute truth, but in acknowledging the validity of others. In doing so, we not only enrich our understanding of the world, but also foster a more empathetic and inclusive society. So next time you find yourself at odds with someone, remember, it's not about who's right or wrong, but rather it's about understanding their perspective and broadening your own.